Welcome to Who's Attacking Me Now, Part 2. In Part 1, we found a log file that shows a lot of information, only some of which is of interest. It's a huge log file, so we want to have a computer do the work for us. We want to write a program to make this information more visual. And if you haven't done much programming before or none at all, this can look like a very daunting problem. There's an old saying, how do you eat an elephant? And the answer is one bite at a time. So that's the approach that we want to take. And I find it useful to start with a mind map. So if you don't have your objectives defined, and if you don't know what it is that you want to do, clearly understand what you want to do when you start, it's going to be really difficult to get there. So what I want to do in this program is I want to display a table of IP addresses, that's computer addresses identifying a particular computer on the internet. How many times an attacker from that computer tried to log into my system, where that attacker is, over what time period this has happened, and what are the total number of attacks. So there are more than one IP addresses involved. I want to identify all this information. Okay, so now I know where I want to go. The next question is, what do I need to do in my program to make this happen? So a log file is a text file. I want to read that file in my program one line at a time. I need to be able to recognize on a particular line if it's an attack or not. And I want to pull out just the information from that line. I want to organize the data, so I want to have a set of or a list of IP addresses. I want to be able to count, of course, how many times each IP address is responsible for an attack, and where are these places? What country are these computers located? Where are they located? And then I want to find the start and end times of this log file so I can understand over a period of time, is this 10 attacks over the course of a year, or is this 500,000 attacks over the course of an hour? So I want to find the scope, and then I want to display it in a visual way that clearly communicates the information. All right, so this is what it is that we're looking to do. In part 3, we'll start actually writing our code. Maybe we'll start by reading the text file and recognizing an attack and pulling the information out. That's what we'll look to do in part 3.